fairy tale. How about a fairy tale of our times? Huh? A field of dreams fenced in by white picket. A story of a young man and woman we all hope to be someday, yes? Well, too bad, that's what you're getting. Okay, let's begin. Once upon a time, in a land far, far away, there lived a pretty woman, pretty as a day in June. Then there's a really smart man with him, smart as a polo whip and handsome as a polo horse. They met in high school, and they fell in love in a merry day in May. And before long, this young man, he just dropped to his knee, pulled a diamond from his pocket, and then he asked for that young woman's hand in marriage.
Excuse us, Mr. Storyteller.
Kaun bola ye?
It's us.
Okay, moving along. As I was saying,
Excuse me, storyteller.
yes, what is it?
We didn't meet in high school and we don't have a diamond.
Yeah, no diamond.
Yeah, but it says so here in these books that you met in high school. So we'll say that. Okay.
We met at a bar in Bandra.
Yeah, and then we dated on and off for 5 years while Madame was experimenting with the foreigners.
Okay, fine. Okay. But for our purpose, we'll just say that you met in high school, shall we? Okay, great, thank you. So as I was saying, they were to be the bride and the groom.
As far as I remember, you kept breaking it off with me.
What?
Yeah, and then you wanted me back as soon as I had a new boyfriend.
No, as I recall it, you didn't waste any time running into the arms of the first guy you met with an accent.
Excuse me, sir, please. Okay, sir. Let's not argue in front of these impressionable youngsters, yeah? Okay, great. So as I was saying, the bride soon set in on the wedding preparations, huh? They were to be this beautiful bride, this beautiful groom.
I didn't know that you were so racist.
Yeah. No, I'm not racist. I was fine with the fact that you slept with a lot of black men.
You're assuming that racism automatically refers to black men. Isn't that a form of racism by itself?
Okay, sir, madam, please just shh. Yeah, there are children present here.
Yeah, please carry on with your storytelling. Don't let anything silly like our should get in the middle, okay? I'm sorry.
Okay.
Now I should have silly.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Listen, guys, will you just play along? Yeah? These kids, they'll have plenty of time in the future to be disillusioned. Now, let's just give them a nice bedtime story. Yeah, please. Yeah, please, kids. Please, kids.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay. As I was saying,
I love you, Shine.
the beautiful bride and the handsome groom, they were to be married. With only their closed ones around this beautiful church.
Church? Why church? I mean, we're not Christian. I think I'm half Christian, but he's definitely not.
Yeah, bro, I'm Hindu. We got married in Hanuman Marriage Hall, Dadar.
And we had like 1,492 guests at a wedding, 90% of whom we didn't even know.
Right from Papa to Jalebi, everything was managed by Ram Krishna Caterers. Apunka father.
Yeah. Okay, as I was saying, kids, the wedding was followed by this beautiful reception at the turn of the century in, you know where? In Vermont.
So, what is a Vermont?
Oh, Vermont?
It's a place, Arab, in like America, 4 hours drive from New York,
Yes, fine.
close to Massachusetts. Come on, don't embarrass me like this.
Yeah, see, experimenting with foreigners, it helps sometimes to know where.
Okay, as I was saying, the bride put Martha Stewart to shame as she designed the evening to that last very detail, from those linen napkins to that purple
He
freesia.
was clearly invited to somebody else's wedding.
One second.
Of the Italian ruscus.
So, why is it always the groom has not been given the opportunity to have the taste? See, I worked my ass through law school as a floral designer. That's how I know freesia is completely wrong for a centerpiece. It could work as an accent flower.
You were a floral designer.
Yeah, see, you need to base your centerpiece on a more substantial bloom like a lily. A jasmine. Or that sunflower.
Arab,
Yeah.
is there something you want to tell me?
I want to. I want to these kids so that they can go to bed at a decent hour.
Yeah, huffy,
Yeah, okay, thank you. So as I was saying, kids, the wedding was followed by a beautiful reception for special 300 only invited guests at the turn of the century in Vermont.
Arey, why Vermont? Yeah, we're not from Vermont. We've never even been to Vermont.
Yeah, we don't know anybody else who's been to Vermont.
Okay, at least they all had a delightful
One second. What is it that you want me to tell you about?
Immediately after following that splendid reception.
Think about it, Arav. Maybe there's something you haven't been completely honest with me about, with yourself about.
Like what?
Okay, the bride at the tender age of 24. What is so funny for you? What is so funny for you?
I
Have you seen her face? She's not even close to 24.
Okay, wait a minute. You tell me one thing. Whose story is this?
Us?
No, it's not. It's not your story. It's a fairy tale, and I'm going for the prototypes. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. So as I was saying, the bride at the tender age of 24.
I'm 35.
35.
You're 35.
35.
But ma'am,
Man.
it says so here in these books that an average American woman, Indian woman, they get married at the age of 24.
Ah, so what does it say in your little book about his averages then?
His average age, he's 27. Wait, hold on, wait. How old are you really?
Bro, I'm the one who's 24.
You're 24 and you're getting married. Isn't that too young to get married?
Wait a
You
sec.
have to
Oh,
get married.
Mr.
You have to-
Storyteller. How come it's okay for me to get married at 24, but it's not okay for him? Go on, say it. Say it.
Because you're a woman.
Fuck you!
Kids, before I was interrupted for the umpteenth number of time, as I was saying, the bride, she was whisked away
Whisked away where?
to the airport of Vermont. Go. To the airport of Vermont.
There's one in Burlington and there's one in Montpelier.
Montpelier?
Montpelier.
Mm-hmm.
Now, how do you know Montpelier?
Yeah.
I majored in geography, Ara. Anyway, Mr. Fancy Pants, which one was it?
Okay. From the one where you caught your flight for your honeymoon
Honeymoon!
to Hawaii.
Hey, no, we went to Kulu Manali for a honeymoon. Then we went to Goa, Parolim. 10 days, 9 nights. All managed by Ramakrishna Tours. My cousins.
And Mr. Storyteller, clearly you have all your facts wrong, okay? Anyone who's everyone knows that there are no direct flights from Vermont to Hawaii, okay? You need to take at least two or at least one fucking transit flight, and do you know how like expensive that would be?
Very expensive.
And yeah, and do you really think they'll allow horses at the terminal in Vermont? I mean, what is this, like K3G?
No, listen, okay. No, I'm just saying what is wrong in telling these kids a nice little bedtime story.
But nobody's life turns out like that, nah? How many of these little kids are going to live up to your version of the fairy tales? Oh please, let me tell you, you can't. This perfect life, it's a farce. It's too much pressure. Okay, I'll tell you what. It's the same reason why all these Catholic women are so messed up in their head.
Why?
Because you can't be a mother and a virgin at the same time, right?
God bless you. Holy water.
Arav, I need to talk to you for a second, please. Privately.
Talk to me for a second.
Arav, I'm really sorry, but I don't think I should have gotten married to you in the first place.
Kids, actually.
I'm sorry.
How can you say that to me, Shana?
Arav, you're probably gay.
Yes. Kids, game is fucking gay.
Yeah, you spent more time planning our wedding with that Jitendra of yours than you did with me at our actual wedding. I should have seen the
Shana,
signs.
his name is Jinendra.
And that's your problem with this conversation.
And
his
that's your
name.
problem with the fact that I'm sharing this with you?
You didn't know that I love geography and that I majored in it, that I love traveling.
Yeah, you didn't know I was a floral designer?
You didn't tell me. Just hold on. By the way, Mr. Storyteller, if we're talking averages, no, not most people get married in Vermont and all. Okay, most people get married in a small little marriage hall in their hometown with no parking space for the guests, and it's a disaster.
Actually.
No. But what is wrong with that?
Nothing's wrong with that. That's my point exactly. Okay, most people get married in their own little small hometown in a smaller marriage hall with no parking space for the guests in front of thousands of people that they don't even know. Okay, most people get married and then have children because when they're married and then they cheat on their spouses, but they stay together because it's for the children. And then they slog their asses off at jobs which suck to give you runs the best of everything because, well, you're a bank, right? For when we're 74 with Alzheimer's and don't even remember who the fuck you are.
And we love you.
And what do you do?
We love them.
What do you do to these parents when they go old?
Love them.
You lock them up in an old age home where ultimately they rot, decay and die. End of story.
Now put that in your fairy tale and smoke it.
No, nobody's please.
And what should we tell them what life is really like?
No, just stop smoking.
Point there, mister. You're putting yourself up for multiple class action suits. Hey, excuse me. You are misleading these children down the wrong path. You should be sued, Mr.
No,
Storyteller.
okay, fine. what? You want the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. The whole enchilada, the proverbial hook, line, and sinker. Well, you know what? Far be it from me to give these poor little souls something to aspire for.
Are do it?
Yeah.
I'm warning you, it won't be pretty, huh?
We stand one. Chal, let's go.
Okay, I'm such a pushover. Let's begin. So, once upon a time, in a jhopda not so far away from Dadar, there lived a woman who was approaching middle age, who was half Christian, who smoked a pack a day, drank a lot of bourbon, and hung out in places where they threw peanut shells on the floor.
Alright.
And then there lived a slightly young effeminate man who took it up an ass once by a fellow floral designer Jinendra. But since it only he still considered himself straight.
Mr. Storyteller, you got the game right. But guess what, guys? I'm really not gay.
The woman and the man met in a bar in Bandra where they got drunk and then they had sex afterwards at her place. The woman felt guilty about the encounter and so she felt the need to make a legitimate relationship about the encounter to justify the sex, although she really prefers black men. The man, now to stay deep dark in the closet, proposed to the woman, and the woman now, let's face it, 35, not getting any younger, accepted his pathetic offer because it was a real ego boost to have snagged a hot stud 11 years younger than she is, even if he didn't get that boner in bed, probably because he's gay. Although the man wanted to plan the entire wedding with his best friend Jinendra, the woman said no, we'll do it together, and then they got married in Hanuman Marriage Hall, Dadar. From where they took a sharing cab to the airport of Mumbai. From where they took 2 connecting flights and 3 12-hour buses to see Kullu and Manali. After seeing the hills, they took another train, a flight and a bus to see Goa, Palolem, where they got free beer, cheap weed and cheese balls for all the fellow couples and travelers around. After coming back home in Sakinaka, the groom realized that he can't suppress his inner self for a moment longer. And so he called up Jinendra and he told him,
Ginu baby, I love you.
And then they fell in love. The bride now realized that she can't be a mother anytime soon. So she consoled herself with vodka and Xanax and she died right there of an overdose. The groom now, 27, took up wearing V-neck t-shirt, shaved his chest, waxed his